Hi, I'm Anne Bowditch. This is the third podcast in my men's mental health series, and today I'm going to talk about social media. Let's face it, social media is pretty much most of our lives now, and we have access 24/7. The other thing about social media is the amount of information that we can access. Firstly, that information is not always true. So whenever anything comes up on our news feeds, we need to just check in and consider, is this actually true? Because it's so easy to influence people through social media. And most of us are pretty honest people, and so we take everybody else at face value when actually not everybody is like that. So we have to sort of take a step back and make decisions for ourselves. I think the other thing about social media is other people are posting about their lives, but bear in mind they're only going to post what they want other people to see. And this means that you do not always get a very balanced view of other people's lives. I recall a guy saying to me that if you looked at his social media feed, you think he was very happy and having a wonderful life. The truth of it was he was suffering from depression and from lack of confidence, but you'd never have guessed that through looking at his social media. It is therefore important to understand that what you see is not always the truth of what is happening. Do you follow people that then may cause you to feel bad about yourself? So for instance, do you have friends, or maybe not even friends, but people you follow, and you look at their lives and you just think, wow, they're having such a great time. Why do I feel so rubbish? They don't seem to be suffering anxiety, depression, lack of self-worth. How do you know that? The chances are they might well be suffering those issues. Same with things like body confidence as well. You see these people posting pictures of their six packs or great figures. And again, it might cause you to feel not so good about yourself. But actually, perhaps underneath the six packs and the great figures are actually people who in themselves feel insecure. But creating that physical appearance can maybe build their security up a bit. But underneath that can often be someone who's really insecure. Those same people can also be suffering with issues, any type of mental health issue. We just do not know what's going on in anybody else's lives. I think it's so important to limit our time on social media. So be very aware of the types of notifications that you have, and can you limit those notifications? Do you need your phone to buzz every time somebody posts on Facebook, as an example? The other thing that I always do is turn my phone off at 8 o'clock at night, completely off, so I'm getting absolutely no information through as it's getting closer to bedtime. And I think that is really valuable. I honestly feel that's helped me hugely. And on the flip side of that, when I get up in the morning, I do not turn my phone on for an hour. Now, these times before bed and first thing in the morning are really important because you're still quite in touch with the deeper parts of your mind, the subconscious mind. And that part of your mind, you want to be in a good place because it's effectively your programming. It's where all your beliefs are. Whether, for instance, I'm not good enough, I'm not confident enough, I can't do things. So we want that to be in a really good state. And I don't feel it's very good either to have any type of bad feeling or even a shock or a nasty message come through near those sorts of times. Because again, it's not great for your mind, particularly obviously going to bed, but also that I feel that first hour in the morning is quite precious. Limit your time. Sometimes if you go out for a walk or to do something else, don't always take your phone with you. We seem to have got into this mindset that we need our phones with us all the time, 24/7. Something else I don't do is I do not take my phone into the bedroom. At night, my phone is, as I say, it's turned off. I don't use my phone as an alarm clock. Nobody needs to use their phone as an alarm clock. It's just an excuse for taking your phone into the bedroom. You don't need to get a normal alarm clock. So when you're doing any type of activity, just check in on a conscious level and think to yourself, do I really need my phone? There will be times when you do, but there are times when you don't. For instance, if you're going for a coffee with a friend. Again, if you feel you must have your phone in case, something happens, for instance, I don't know, you get a puncture in your car as an example, then take your phone with you, but you can always turn it off or put it on complete mute so you get no notifications through. It is a lot about how you manage social media. And if certain parts of social media make you feel bad in any way, those are the parts to either completely remove yourself from, and also there might be certain people you need to block. Also, it might be that you just need to limit the notifications on those as well. You have influence over how social media impacts you by how much time you spend on there, the types of people that you follow, again also with the news, because news can be so negative. You don't want to have completely negative information coming through every few moments. That's really depressing. So those sorts of notifications you want to turn off. Also, maybe look at signing up to some positive sites. And there's some really great sites on Instagram as an example. There's one called Positive Thinking, and they're all over the place, so that might be a good thing. There's also positive news. It's good to get a balance. We shouldn't be in situations where the information coming into us is constantly making us feel bad one way or another, whether that's through creating more fear and anxiety or depression or lack of self-worth or confidence. We need to bring a balance and not be overly influenced by the information coming in, and also to take a break from that information. Our poor brains are being overloaded. I hope that is useful for you. You can give your brain a break, a much needed break. Take some time out. Occasionally it's good just to take some time completely out from social media. Like I say, just go on those things that make you feel good. I hope you enjoyed this. My book, The Energy of Anxiety, is available on Amazon. Lots of information and tips in there for you. Lots of little exercises that you can do to really help you take charge of that anxiety. There's my website, which is energyofanxiety.com, or my therapy website, which is hypnotherapy.gg. I'm Anne Bowditch. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe and follow.